Hey guys, Portia here. Today I am going to create an image in Canva for this 15-ounce sublimation mug. I did pick this up from Amazon because I ran out of supplies and I wanted to get them sooner than later. So yeah, I went on ahead and opted for the 2-day shipping. Anywho, we are going to design a Valentine's Day theme image, and I'm going to opt for the whole wrap option as opposed to just putting something on the front and the back, or just one-sided. So I want to go all the way around with this particular image. After that, we'll go ahead and use our Cricut Mug Press to sublimate our design on, and we'll be done. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so I am using Canva Pro today, but you can still create your own designs in Canva using the free version. The difference is there are just some elements that are available on the free side. That are available on the pro side that are not available on the free side. So just keep that in mind. But we're going to go ahead and hit create a design. Now this is automatically set to pixel, and we want to change this to image. We're going to put our custom size in here. Now the mug is 9.25 inches and the height is 4 inches, but I want to go just a little bit over that. So let's do 4 1/4. And I want to say create new design. All right, so we have our blank template here, and I want to go to elements. And the first element that I want to use is actually this one right here. And the name of it, in my notes, I have heart and zebra pattern. So if you type that in, it'll come right up for you. See, that's the first two. So like I mentioned before, there are some options that are available with Pro. And if you look like right here, it'll say free. So you'll know which ones are available to you depending upon what version that you have. But we are gonna go ahead and use our hot pink zebra print right here. And I want to pull this open until I see my red line there. That means that's like the center line of the whole piece. And what I want to do is just duplicate that. So this actually is a seamless pattern because you saw how our hearts pretty much matched up and it looks seamless, right? So what I want to do is group that. So the two pieces are now a whole. See? Ooh, okay. And what we're going to do is duplicate that one and connect it, and I want to duplicate it again and again and one more time. So now we have the base of our design all the way across, and I am going to go ahead and just highlight all of these sections, and I'm going to group those together. Now what I want to do is move the whole pattern over to center it. Let's see here. Now this red line is telling us like where the vertical and horizontal line is when we center everything. So I'm looking for pretty much the crosshairs to pick up. So we got our one line, and I want to make sure, there we go. So we have our vertical line and our horizontal line. So we know that this is now perfectly centered. Now let's go ahead and pull in some more elements. And the next element I'm going to use is actually this here, and it's a paint swipe. So if we type in paint, or is it the brush stroke? I don't know, paintbrush? Or did I type in paint stroke? No, I know what I typed in, guys. Brush stroke. There we go. All right, so this is going to bring you to a lot of different options. Some of them are free. Some of them are not. The one we are going to use is a part of the Pro version. And I'm going to slide this a little bit over, so I don't want it to bump completely with the edge because we know that our handle is going to be there. And I'm also going to make this a little bit bigger because I want it to kind of stand out a bit. And I want to make sure that it's centered with our line there. All right, great. And I'm going to change the color of this. So if we go up here to color, our document colors are already black, this hot pink and white. So I'm going to go ahead and use the existing color that's already in our background, which is the hot pink. And I want to add some text here. And I just want that to say oops, love is dot dot dot. And there's a font that I want to use that I downloaded from duffont.com, and it's called Weather something. Let's get that in place. That's good enough for now. And it is called, I recently used it. Oh, here we go, guys. Weather Sunday. And I just like the little whimsy of the little curls and cues or whatever in the design of the font. And I kind of want to make this kind of big. And again, using our red line as a guide to kind of center that right in our brush stroke. Okay, so what I am going to do is go ahead and duplicate the stroke. And so we got one side of the mug all together. So again, you guys, I mentioned earlier that I kind of wanted a design to go all the way around this particular mug. And I am going to place that inward just a little bit, not as close to the edge as I did the Love Is side. So Love Is, you've seen them, guys, in the newspaper before. My dad used to leave these little Love Is for my mom around the house all the time, and I thought it was the cutest thing. So I'm gonna go to my folder right here, and I have Love Is already ready for me. I've removed the background, and this is going to be the centerpiece of the other side of our mug, and I want it to be kind of big, you know, stand out a little bit. And I'm using our crosshairs as a guide as to where to place it. Now, I don't know if this is legible, but I am recognizing that I probably want the words down here to actually be on the pink so that we can kind of read it a little bit more. Although that might not be too bad. But let's see, if I make our brush stroke just a little bit bigger, and I pull that down, and so you see this space in between our actual picture and our words. I want to kind of close that gap a little bit. So what I'm going to do is duplicate our picture. I am going to just use the adjustment here to kind of like erase that from the picture. And then I am going to go to our duplicate over here and pull this down. And so now I am actually able to move our words a little bit closer to our little guy here and his foot. So now we don't have such a big gap, and the words fit on the hot pink portion instead of going over our little zebra hearts. I think this is a little bit more legible than it going over the just, you know, the hearts how it was before. And of course, you know, this is your own design. You can do what you like, but I think that I prefer this. Now, because I made this brush stroke a little bit bigger than the one on the other side of the mug, I am going to delete this one. And then I'm going to go over here, highlight the bigger one, duplicate it, and then pull it over here. And what I want to do is go to position. And I want to bring it, let's see, put it backwards, right? All right, great. So now we have our Love Is, and because I made the brush stroke a little bit bigger, we gotta make Love Is a little bit bigger. And center it. All right, guys, so we now have a left and a right side of our mug. What it's time to do right now is get to printing. And I always fuss with this probably more than I need to. It just is what it is. But yeah, you can fuss with this as much or as little as you wanna. But fingers crossed that it comes out the way I want it to. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and hit download. And I'm gonna change ping to PDF print. And I am going to say download. All right, and so here is our PDF looking all great and bright. And I'm gonna go to print. So I'm gonna use my Epson EcoTank to go ahead and print this image out. If we go to more settings, my paper size is the 8.5 by 11. This is set on custom. Now a custom, it's going to come out, if you say 100%, it's going to come out the exact size that we programmed it into Canva as, and then you could like play with that as much or as little as you want to. I'm gonna make it just a smidge bit bigger just to make sure I have enough coverage on my mug. Now we also can go to the system dialog, and if we go to preferences, now if I go here, I have some preset preferences already programmed into the printer, and this just is saying that the paper is 8.5 by 11. The quality is high. Presentation, I have that on matte. And then I always like to hit print job preview. And if we go over to more options, my high speed is off and my mirror is on. So that is one of the presets that I have in here already. And if I hit OK, apply, we can go ahead and print. And then our print preview pops up, and you see it is mirrored just the way we need it to be for sublimation. Of course, the quality isn't that great because it is a preview and it does not need to be. So at this point, I can just go ahead and hit print. And I will see you guys once I have it all cut out. All right, guys, we are cut and ready to go. We did get this little dark box back there. I'm not gonna worry about it, y'all. I promise you, I'm not. But we are ready to wrap. Now, I have already cleaned my mug off the lint brush, wiped it down real well with a cloth, all that good stuff. And I do not want to touch it. I don't want any like oil transfer from my fingers or anything like that. So with this, I just pretty much eyeball it. So yeah, let me go ahead and get this all taped down. So we have our image taped on, and then I have some parchment paper just to protect the press, just in case the image chooses to bleed. And move this out. So the press is nice and hot already. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this in here, and I'm gonna let it do its thing. Like I said, this is my first time doing a full wrap, so I honestly don't know how much of the edge around here we're gonna get, but we are going to find out today. All right, y'all, looks pretty good. We can, let me see if I can move this out the way. Try not to burn myself. I didn't put my gloves on. But yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and let this cool off, and then we will unwrap together. All right, guys, before I unwrap, I want to show you one more thing. I realized that the press did not get the edges as well as I would have liked. If you can kind of see, it kind of fades off, the hearts do, toward the edge. Now, it's okay. You could leave it like that, or you can take your mini press on high and then just literally apply a little bit of pressure, and you're going to get more ink transfer towards those edges if you do this. Now again, like I said, you can leave it the way it comes straight out of the press, and so what I'm just doing, it's going to still look like it's fading, the hearts will, but except we got a little bit more transfer closer to the edge than we would have gotten with the press alone. And I think it's cute. Well, not cute, I think it's a good little, you know, hack or whatever. All right, but I'm done playing with this, I guess. Let's go ahead and see what we got. Move this out the way. It's still a little bit warm, especially since I was messing with it again. Ooh, check it out. I love that. It's so shiny, y'all, like super shiny. Let's take this side off. Wait. Check it out. So actually this looks super professional. The color saturation worked really well. Again, we don't want to have too much ink left on the sublimation paper. And of course we do not, because the majority of it is over here. So what do you guys think? I am loving this mug. It's so funny. Every time I make something, I want to be like, yeah, this is my favorite one. So this is my favorite one till the next go round. All right, guys. So this is all I have for you today. I just want to share with you all my Valentine's Day themed sublimation mug. If you got any questions, concerns, emotional outbursts, let me know. If you found this video helpful or even funny, can you go ahead and give it a thumbs up? But as always, guys, until next time, peace.